So today's question that was sent in is, how can I be a better leader? Now when it comes to leading or leadership, you need to figure out exactly what it is you stand for first and foremost. All right, what type of leader are you? Are you one who leads with actions? Are you one who leads with words? Are you a combination of both? Are you something else? When you've figured that part out, then you need to try and remember to understand a few concepts. One, leadership is not about telling anybody anything. That's not true leadership. Leadership is about providing an environment to create more leaders. It is not about creating an environment to create more followers. It's about creating an environment to create more leaders. Okay? How do you go about doing that? Leaders know when to lead, they know when to listen. It requires balance. All right? Leadership, strong leadership, is all about empowering others. That's how you be a better leader. Most people think that being a better leader is about coming in more strong and more authoritative and more dictatorial. That's horrible leadership. How do I know this? Well, I ask you watching the video. Do you like when someone tells you what to do? Do you like when someone speaks down to you? Do you like when someone doesn't really understand anything about you, but they're in a position of authority and they just get to tell you what's up? Do you like that? No chance you like that. That's not the human way. Okay? The other thing too when it comes to leadership is when you're trying to create an environment to help people, to allow people to grow, to make them be their best possible version, that's what a leader is. It's empowering others, right? If you want to do that, then there's a couple of things that you need to remember. The first thing is that before you can help anybody, you need to understand them. Okay? If you don't understand someone, you can never help them. So when you're trying to empower people, which is a form or an extension of helping somebody, how can you possibly do that if you don't understand the people within your environment that you're trying to lead? All right? That's where the leadership, or strong leaders, should I say, know when to speak, they know when to listen. They know when to lead, they know when to sit still. Leadership is a give and take, a push and pull, an up and down, a left and right. That's what it is. True leadership is that. True leadership is knowing that none of us are smarter than all of us. True leadership is that. Think about that. Just because you're the leader and you appear to know more than this group, you do not know more than the whole group. And if you do, then imagine how much smarter you'd be if you had that whole group on your side. None of us are smarter than all of us. This is leadership. There's all sorts of different books you can read, videos you can watch, conversations you can have with people that talk about, the art of leadership. This is real leadership. Not discrediting what they say or do, 'cause I'm sure there's a lot of merit in what they say and do. But my version of real leadership comes from years of experience of being led by others, of being in a privileged position where I can lead others, and joining the dots between what's worked and what hasn't. Another thing for leadership is how it's not never ever about what you say. It's all about how you say it. It's never ever about what you show. It's all about how you show it. Think about it. Think about when someone's come and given you an unbelievable piece of advice, but they have spoken down to you in the process. Rather than speaking to you civilly, respectfully, on your level, they speak to you in an authoritative, dictatorial, speaking down style way. Do you receive their message? No, you don't. You hear it, but you don't listen to it. You can acknowledge it, but you don't embody it. All right? And that's why a lot of people that know how to speak to people, their message travels a lot further and a lot deeper in terms of their leadership and how to be seen as that better leader and have more impact with their environment, because they are focused on how the message is delivered rather than what the message actually is. And the whole reason for speaking is because what the message is important. But if you don't deliver it correctly, then that gets lost. So what's the point? So there are a couple tips and I guess some strategies or techniques, if you like, or things to consider when it comes to what really good leadership is and how you can be a better leader. So do your best to implement those things. Of course, get creative with what you're doing as well, but they should be great starting points for you to see a difference in your leadership.